Busby Berkeley, a little Jane Goodall. Oh, and that's another thing I love about musicals in general. When a character is in crisis, they sing and they dance, which is much more interesting than just whining about it. But that's the glory of musical theater. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds, and then something starts ringing. Hello, you've reached my answering machine. Please leave a short message after the tone, and I will get back to you at my convenience.
What a beautiful day for a wedding.
Shall I have the pews removed now, or would you prefer that I wait until morning?
Now I'm going to stop here because I don't want this number to be ruined by a ringing telephone. Here we have 2 vaudeville performers that have slipped through the cracks of time. Mel Fitzpatrick and Ukulele Al. I don't know anything about them. I suppose Ukulele Al played the ukulele. I actually tried to find out more about him. I looked through all of my books and even tried the internet, but all of my searches ended with Tiny Tim's autopsy photographs. Anyways, they're both very charming.
Why on earth would you have the pews removed?
The bride is called off the wedding, madam.
Oh, underling. Never listen to a bride on her wedding day. Love is a very complex emotion, underling.
Yes, madam.
You can be very close to someone 1 minute, and the next, why, you just want to strangle them. Do you understand, underling?
I'm familiar with the urge to strangle, yes.
You see, that's just the very nature of love. Love makes lovers worry, love makes lovers fret, but here's a fact on which we can depend. Just like long ago when Romeo loved Juliet, love is always lovely in the end.
But Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy, madam.
Oh, I never read reviews. Love can start a quarrel, love can cause a din, but love has always been a trusty friend. 'Twas a happy fate for Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. Love is always lovely in the end.
I must point out, madam, that Anne Boleyn lost her head.
Yes, she was in love. Love was good to Eve and Adam.
Here we go again.
Samson and Delilah too.
Good grief, may I pose a question, madam?
Why, yes, of course.
Why does nothing I say to you ever get through?
Don't mind if I do.
Love is always lovely in the end. Oh, I found that quite taxing. Excuse me, madam, while I pour myself a glass of ice water.
Love sneaks up behind you, love drops from above, but love would never consciously offend. Love has certainly been kind to me, and my true love. Love is always lovely in the end.
But your late husband was a brute.
I don't mean him, you silly coot! Love is always lovely.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Love is always lovely in the end.
Love is always lovely in the end.
Yes, that was charming, but to be frank, on some level, that number pisses me off. Now, I'm going to say something here, and yes, I have been drinking. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that love isn't always lovely in the end. Often in the end, there are lawyers, and another thing, and another thing. Surely someone was aware of the awkward sexual connotation of that title. Love is always lovely in the end. I mean, is it just me? I guess what I'm trying to say is that number is naive and irresponsibly so. I'm sorry, I just felt like that needed to be said for the benefit of the young people. I won't interrupt anymore, I promise. Oh, there's a moment coming up that I've become obsessed with.
Oh, there you are, chaperone. I'm in a terrible state.
You certainly are. You can't go to a wedding looking like that.
You poor dear, haven't you heard? The wedding's been called off.
Not yours, mine. That reminds me. Might I borrow your veil?
You're getting married, but to who?
La 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 la. Ah, beautiful lady with baffled expression.
You're marrying Aldolfo?
I know, it's surprising, isn't it? But when I look into his eyes, those big, clumsy eyes, I just get all drowsy. And that's love, isn't it?
Yes, dear, that is love. Help me.
There you are. All right. I'm going to lay my cards out on the table. If this goes on much longer, the old ticket's going to give out. All right. Is it going to be a wedding or not?
Yes.
They could go on now!
Aldolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
There you are. I have wonderful news. There's going to be a wedding.
We've heard.
You have?
Yeah, we just did.
But who told you? I did. But how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Miss Tottendale and I are to be married in the garden at 7:30 this evening.
What?
What? Oh, yes. Congratulations to everyone.
What type of cotton-baby wedding is this? Everyone's getting married except for the bride and the groom!
Oh, there, little Janet. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Hello, Mr. Martin.
Oh, please don't be that way. Can't you find it in your heart to marry me? It is our wedding day after all, Janet. And George has gone through all this trouble, and I do love you more than I can say.
You kissed another woman.
Yes, I just can't understand it. I know this may sound ridiculous, but when I was kissing a French girl, I was just like kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
You mean you're Mimi? Well, that French accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I developed it when I played the role of Monique. Hold that baguette.
Oh, there you are. Before you do anything, I want you to think about this. No matter how well you play the role of a happy housewife, you will never get a standing ovation.
Oh, I just don't know. Oh, I'm so confused, chaperone. Please, just this one time, give me some advice that's coherent and appropriate to my situation. Should I marry Robert?
All right, now here it comes. Not only the culmination of the plot, but a moment that has fascinated me more than any other and has brought me back to this recording again and again. Here it is.
Well, my advice to you is this.
And this is it.
While you can.
You see, you can't quite make out what she says because someone drops a cane. Here, I'll play for you again.
While you can.
Is she saying live while you can or leave while you can? Here, I'll play again.
While you can.
This is Beatrice Stockwell, so it might just be a single quip. But this is a wedding, after all, and that's exactly what you're thinking when you're standing at the altar, isn't it? Live or leave. And you have to live, right? Because you do love her in some way. I mean, it's not an exact science. An arrow doesn't just fall from the sky and point to the one you're supposed to be with, so one day you say it. You say, I love you? And you basically phrase it as a question. But she accepts it as a fact, and the next thing you know, there she is, standing in front of you in a $3,000 dress that her nephew made the chapa. So what do? Say, I was just joking. Just kidding. You can't. You choose to live, right? You choose to live. And for the next couple of months, you stare at that alien creature lying in the bed beside you and think, who are you? Who are you? And then one day you say it out loud, and then there's a trial separation and couples counseling, and all your conversations about her eating disorder or your Zoloft addiction, and you're constantly redefining and reevaluating and revisiting until one day you lose the deposit on the house and the whole relationship ends on a particularly ugly note with your only copy of Gypsy flying through the air and smashing against the living room wall. They don't make that record anymore. Still, in a larger sense, in a broader sense, it's better to have lived than left. idea how many times I've listened to that.
Chaperone, you certainly do have a way with words. Robert, my answer is yes, I will marry you.
Oh, goody.
Wonderful! Wonderful! Well, Mr. Felsick, it looked like this wedding's a done deal.
Nah, you're in trouble.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, but there is. I've already found a new star. Introducing Kitty, the Incredible. Now, Kitty, let's show the boys how you can read my mind. Concentrate and read my mind.
Kitty! Will you marry me? Oh, yes, Mr. Felsick! Yes,
Isn't she amazing?
Well, what are you waiting for? You ladies will put your fists on and we'll all get married in one big club, like they do in Utah. What's he doing over here?
He's getting married.
Hey, you guys
You boys
are
can go get your coats, all right? George, I don't know how you pulled it off. 4 weddings in one day. I guess you're everybody's best man now.
I am?
Of course.